Imagine you're scrolling through your phone at 11 p.m. and you see it. Someone your age, sitting on a beach, laptop barely open, telling you they made $6,000 last month while doing almost nothing. The caption says, "Passive income changed my life. You can do it too." And something in your brain just clicks. What if I didn't have to trade every hour of my life for a paycheck? What if money could just come in while I sleep? You spend the next 2 hours researching dropshipping, print on demand, YouTube, rental properties, dividend stocks, affiliate marketing, digital products. You make a list. You feel excited. You feel like you finally cracked the code that everyone else missed. And then, 6 months later, nothing has really changed. Maybe you made a little money. Maybe you made none at all. The beach guy is still posting. You're still at your desk. Here's the uncomfortable truth nobody tells you. Most passive income ideas don't fail because people picked the wrong idea. They fail because people fundamentally misunderstand what passive income actually is. And once you understand that one thing, everything changes. Let's talk about a word that has quietly become one of the most misleading words in personal finance: passive. When most people hear passive income, their brain fills in a very specific picture: money arriving in their bank account without effort, no boss, no alarm clock, no trading time for dollars. Just income that flows in like water from a tap you turned on once and never have to touch again. This picture isn't entirely wrong, but the part people skip, the part that actually matters, is the word they don't say out loud. Yet, passive income is almost never passive at the beginning, and this small misunderstanding is costing people years of their lives. Think about it this way. You probably know someone who has a rental property and collects rent every month without doing much. That sounds incredibly passive. But what you didn't see was the years they spent saving the down payment, the research they did before buying, the repairs they managed, the bad tenants they dealt with, and the mortgage they stressed about before the numbers started working. The passive part came after a long, very active part. But the way passive income gets sold online, you'd think the passive part comes first. Post a video once, earn forever. Write an ebook in a weekend, sell it for life. Set up a store, watch the orders roll in. And this creates what I call the passive income illusion. And it's the number one reason most people fail before they ever really start. Here's a simple way to think about how passive income actually works. Picture a dam. A river is flowing, and you want that water to power your house. But the water is just rushing past. You're not capturing any of it. So what do? You spend months, maybe years, building a dam. It's hard work. You're hauling rocks, pouring concrete, engineering the whole structure. And during that time, you have zero power from the river. Zero. You're putting in all the work and getting nothing back. But once the dam is finished, the water flows through it constantly. You barely have to touch it. It powers your house day and night, even when you're asleep. That's exactly how real passive income works. There's an enormous amount of active effort required up front, building the dam, before you ever see the passive results. The problem is most people look at someone else's finished dam and think, "I want that." Then they start building their own dam, hit the first hard week, see no results, and quit. They never get past the concrete and rock stage. And here's where psychology makes the whole thing worse. Our brains are wired for something called present bias, a very human tendency to value rewards now much more than rewards later. It's the same reason people eat junk food even when they're trying to eat healthy. The pleasure is immediate. The consequences are far away. When you start a passive income project and see no results for weeks or months, your brain starts doing the math in the worst possible way. It says, "You're putting in real effort right now and getting nothing back. This isn't working. Stop." And because you haven't seen the compound returns yet, because you're still building the dam, your brain interprets the absence of instant results as failure. So you quit. You move on to the next idea. And the cycle repeats. This is actually called the valley of disappointment, the brutal gap between when you start putting in effort and when you start seeing meaningful results. Almost every passive income stream has one. Most people quit right in the middle of it. Now here's the deeper idea I want you to sit with. Most people think passive income is about finding the right idea, the right niche, the right platform, the right product. And so they spend enormous energy searching for the perfect vehicle, the one idea that will finally work. But passive income isn't really about the idea. It's about the asset. Every real passive income stream is powered by an asset, something you build or buy that keeps working for you after you stop actively working on it. A YouTube channel is an asset. A collection of blog posts is an asset. A rental property is an asset. A stock portfolio is an asset. A digital product, a piece of software, a licensing deal, all assets. And here's the crucial thing about assets. They require capital to build, either money capital or time capital, usually both. This is where the failure happens at a deep structural level. Most people try to build passive income assets with almost no capital, no savings, no time, no audience, no skills they can quickly monetize. And they expect the asset to generate income before they've actually finished building it. Imagine trying to rent out a house you haven't finished constructing yet. You've got the foundation and half the walls up, but you're already frustrated that nobody wants to pay rent. That's essentially what most people are doing. The solution isn't finding a better passive income idea. The solution is understanding that you need to build before you can collect, and then being brutally honest about what kind of capital you actually have to invest. If you have money but limited time, investing in dividend stocks or real estate might be your dam. If you have time but limited money, building a content platform, a newsletter, or a digital product might be your path. If you have skills, freelancing, first to build capital, then turning that capital into assets, might be the smartest move of all. The critical mindset shift is this: stop hunting for the magic passive income idea. Start identifying what asset you can realistically build with the resources you actually have right now. That one reframe has changed more financial trajectories than any single income hack ever has. So what do you actually do with all of this? First, let go of the fantasy that passive income starts passive. It doesn't. Accept that there will be an active phase, and decide in advance how long you're willing to build before expecting results. Most serious passive income streams take between 1 and 3 years before they become genuinely low effort. Set that expectation, and the valley of disappointment becomes much easier to cross. Second, pick one asset and go deep, not 3, not 5. 1. The people who build real passive income are almost never the people who tried 10 different things at once. They're the ones who committed to one thing long enough to get past the hard part. Third, treat every bit of early money as proof, not income. If your blog makes $50 in month 3, don't measure it against your salary and feel defeated. Measure it against 0 and understand that you've proven the asset works. $50 is not the goal. It's the evidence that the dam is starting to hold water. And fourth, this one is subtle but important. Be careful who you're watching. The people showing you their passive income results online are almost always showing you the output of their asset, not the years they spent building it. You're watching the river flow through the finished dam. You didn't see the concrete. That's not a reason to stop. It's just a reason to start with clear eyes. Here's the thought I want to leave you with. Passive income is real. It exists. Thousands of ordinary people have built it and continue to benefit from it every single day. It is absolutely possible for you, but it's not a shortcut. It's a different kind of work, front-loaded, patient, and deeply misunderstood by everyone looking for the easy version. The beach guy with his laptop isn't lazy. He just did his hard work before you were watching. The question isn't whether passive income works. The question is, are you willing to build the dam? Because the river is already there. It's been there the whole time. It's just waiting for someone patient enough to harness it. And the people who do, they're not smarter than you. They're not luckier. They just understood one thing that most people miss. The passive part comes last.